Hey, my loves. This is Deborah, and I know that I told you guys that I was going to talk about Matt Lauer and Charlie Rose tonight, but I thought tonight that I would get a little bit more personal with you guys and tell you a little bit more about myself instead of going in on everybody else. I'm gonna take this opportunity to, like I said, tell you guys something very, very important and get in a little detail about it. The last video that I did last night about Denevius Bevins, aka Chosen Boy, because like I said, you guys, I would never address him as King, and the suicide attempt by a young lady, because of the embarrassment that she has to go through, the pain that she's still feeling, the disappointment and the hurt that she's still feeling right now, that him and again his moderator subscribers subjected her to. So tonight I'm going to talk about suicide because I think that it needs to be talked about. I can talk about it because I have tried to commit suicide over 20 times. I have cut myself. I have taken pills. I have tried to hang myself. I have tried to drive my car into walls. Medians, anything that I could do to end my life. And I know a lot of people feel that suicide is a selfish act. It's not a selfish act. When you are in a suicidal state of mind, you only see what's in front of you. You do not see what's on the left and the right. You do not see the people that are in front of you. You don't hear the words that they are saying. You are basically in your own self. You are trapped in your mind and what your mind is telling you and what your heart is feeling. And when those two are on the same level of despair, there is nothing that you want more but to get rid of that pain. So you're not thinking about your loved ones. You're not thinking about your friends. You're not thinking about your children, if you have children. You're not thinking about what's going to happen an hour from that thought. What's going to happen 24 hours from that thought. You don't think that far ahead. You're stuck in the moment. I should have been dead. I should not be here. Not only by my own hand, but because I was so sick a couple of years ago that I literally bled out. I died. I'm not going to say that I saw light and all of that because I didn't. And I'm trying to figure out what the significance of that is. Was I in darkness, and why was I in darkness? Is there really a light when you feel that your soul is leaving your body? I don't know that stuff. I really, really don't know. But obviously, God is not ready for me yet because Genesis Hospital, the doctors, they brought me back. Now, I was in a coma for 2.5 days. You know, I went over, I do believe, maybe, I don't even remember how many pints of blood. I can't even remember. Everything up until that point to where I got into the hospital and they were using a bucket to grab the blood because I have an ileostomy due to my illness. And there was just bleeding and gushing blood that all I remember is going, like, passing out. And then, like I said, 2 to 3 days later, I wake up and my husband is there and people are surrounding me and told me what had happened. And at that moment, because I was not in a suicidal state of mind, I was happy to be alive. I really, really was. I was happy to be alive. But then the next thing you know, maybe within a week or so, 2 weeks later, I'm kicked right back down into that hole of depression, that black hole where I don't see anything but my nightmares. And I want to run away from them, and I can't. And that's when I curse the doctors, and, you know, I'm angry about being alive. It's like, why? Why am I here? Why do I have to continue to suffer in this realm? What is my purpose? Is my purpose to suffer and be unhappy and hurt myself? Or is my purpose to start this channel and talk to you guys? And I'm feeling like maybe that is what it is. Maybe that's what my God wants me to do. Maybe He wants me to, when I'm feeling upset and when I'm feeling angry and when I want to do something to myself, that I just turn on my YouTube and I listen to some music, I get my thoughts together, and then if I'm feeling calm enough to talk. I am not really good at talking about my feelings. I feel vulnerable when I do that, because every time I do that, it gets turned against me. For example, with Chosen Boy, it was turned around and used against me as a weapon. That is why I can say that I feel where Kay Brooks is coming from. That is why I can say why I feel like where Relo is coming from. The betrayal from a person that you dearly respected. And then for them to turn on you as if you did something wrong and want to call out your faults when you really didn't even have any in that situation. But you turn around and you want to call out their mistakes. There was no mistake. There was no mistake. There is no mistake by being a grown adult who can subscribe to anyone's channel that they want to subscribe to. The last time I checked, I'm grown. I'm an adult. I don't need you to decide my character because I am subscribed to a channel that you don't like. We're not in elementary school. I'm not going to be your friend because you're that person's friend. Get the fuck out of here. Grow up. Suicide, you guys, just the suicidal thought. You may not be suicidal at the particular moment, but the thought is always there. It never goes away. But the scary thing is that when you're pushed and you're poked and you're prodded and you're so downtrodden that you just don't want to be here anymore. You open your heart to people and they smash it, they crush it. I'm taking a big risk opening my heart to you guys because I would be devastated and crushed had I did this and put these videos out and expose myself to people and then I get bashed for it. But that's the chance that I'm willing to take because I know that there's somebody right now feeling what I'm feeling right now, feeling very suicidal, feeling very hurt and depressed. And all I want, whoever that person is to get a journal, write it down, take a walk, listen to some music, do whatever you need to do to get that demon out of your head. Just to shut him up for a little while. Find you some peace for a little while. That's all you need to do. Hold on to something. Right now, I'm holding on to my grandmother and my grandfather's pictures because they give me strength. Because I look down at those pictures and I know that these two people loved me. And all that they are gone, and they are my angels watching over me, I still feel their presence. Sometimes their presence is not strong enough for me to not want to grab a bottle of pills and just swallow them and lay down and go to sleep. But today, they told me, use your platform and talk about it. That's what you have it for, so use it. I have been dealing with depression, I would say, since the age of 25. It's when my PTSD and all my memories started flooding back from my abuse by my stepfather and the abandonment that I feel and still do by my mother. And remember, you guys, in the video that I did, Letter to My Mother, who literally lives 5 minutes away from me. And before I got on with you guys, I went onto Facebook and my mom was there. You know, you can tell when someone's online. And as soon as I clicked on, she clicked off. I have people that I don't even know reach out to me and say, how are you doing today? I read that post. What's going on? People I've never seen in my life. But when it comes to family, no response. Nothing. And what gets me, and my husband and I were talking about it today, that some people, you know, when a celebrity or, you know, just anyone passes away, and in my experience, what I see my family doing is reaching out, praying to people. Oh, I'm so sorry for your, for your loss, condolences. You know, they'll share the stories. They'll do all of that. And from my experience, and When I do something or when I make a post expressing how I feel, I get nothing. I'm ignored. But it's not a surprise, because I was ignored all my life. But, you get on Facebook or you get on social media just expecting just one person to hear you. Just one person to hear you and say, I got you. I understand. With me, it's few and far between. Except for, like I said, people that I don't even know. If you guys hear noise in the background, my bedroom window is right by the street. So that's why you hear the cars and things like that, and I'm sorry about that. I know that I kind of joke a lot, and I'm really funny when I want to be. I'm really nasty when I have to be. I'm really bitchy when I have to be. And I'm not going to apologize for that. But the one thing about me is no matter how many times my heart gets stomped on, there's room for one more person. There's always room for people that I allow to enter my heart and my space. Until you cross me. I'm a Capricorn, and it's like, you cross us, we can be the sweetest people. We can always also be the most nasty. And sometimes I can be very, very petty. And I'm on a petty mission, you guys, with Denevius Bevins. I'm not done with him. Not by the least. I don't understand how they call themselves the Justice League. Is there a Joker in the Justice League? I don't even know if there's a Joker. Two-Face. I don't know. I don't do Marvel comics. But I did pick up a few more new subscribers, and again, I want to welcome you guys. I thank you very, very much for subscribing to my channel. I hope that I keep you guys entertained and not bored, and I definitely don't want to depress anybody. I want you guys to listen to me and hear what I'm saying and understand what I'm saying. And when the video ends, I hope that you're feeling great about yourself, and I'm hoping that I'm leaving you with food for thought and open-mindedness and just looking at the world for what it really is. And to me, the world is very, very evil, and I approach it that way. I have to, because of my past. I approach it that way. But like I said, I'm a good judge of people. Sorry, my dogs, guys. And so I try to, if I feel kind of a way about you, if something's not vibing with me, then I don't deal with you. But if we have a good vibe, that first impression means everything, then I'll rock and I'll vibe. But again, until you cross me and step on my feet, it's not going to be very good for that person, because I'm going to come at you with everything that I have. And that's just the protection mode that I get into. I feel like I have to protect myself all the time, and I'm not the type of person that lets anything go. I have to speak my piece, get it off my chest, and I never, ever, ever say it behind that person's back. Just ask Chosen Boy. I will confront you, and I have no problem with it. No one can hurt me. I'm not afraid of anybody. No one. My last hospital stay, you guys, was due to the fact that I have been having issues with my ileostomy. I am losing weight, not able to keep a normal, healthy weight. And again, if anyone deals with mental illness, that's the first thing that doctors see. They feel as if we're coming in there and we're looking for drugs and it's all in our imagination. But had they listened to me 2 years ago, before the ileostomy, I wouldn't even have it. But all they saw was a patient with depression, PTSD, bipolar, DID. That's what they saw. Is the stigma of mental disability, which is why a lot of people go untreated, which is another reason why a lot of people who have mental illness commit suicide. There is nowhere that they can go. They have nowhere they can turn to. They have no one they can talk to without judging them and thinking that they're attention seeking, drug seeking. Our pain can't be real pain. And a doctor actually said that to me. Your pain's not real pain. It's not as bad as you say it is. Really? Mofo, are you in my body? Do you feel the pain that I'm going through right now? How about I smack you upside your head and let you feel how much pain I'm in right now? Let me demonstrate that pain on you. I'm the type that after those 2 years of dealing with those hospitals and those doctors, I can be in so much pain, intense pain, and I will not get up. I will not go to the doctor. I will not go to the hospital. And this is what happened with me because my fever got so high. I had no choice. My husband literally picked me up and forced me into the car to go. I don't know if it's a death wish. I don't know. But I do know that I don't respect doctors anymore. And I used to want to be in the medical field. I was a phlebotomist. I went to school for nursing. My goal was to be a doctor. But when you have mental illness, when you're bipolar, those things tend to hinder some people. And me, I didn't even know I had it. I would just start a job. 6 months later, I'll quit a job. Start a job. 6 months later, I'll quit another job. It was a roller coaster, and I had no clue what was going on with me. Arguments with my husband because I would frivolously spend my money and not think about bills. I would get into my car and just drive off and leave for days at a time. Not even remember how I got there. My teenage years was not great. And this is coming from someone who was heavily addicted to drugs. Guys, my dog is sick. Hold on a second, please.